Hi friends, welcome to Grade A. We are back with very important lecture on the question based on the economic survey highlight. Right, so this will be the series, and here we present to you 30 high quality MCQ which you can expect in your coming RBI, NABARD and SEBI examination. Right, so these are very important from the RBI, SEBI and NABARD perspective. So let's first begin with the few facts. Economic survey for which year? Right, so this is economic survey for the financial year that is ending in 2022, means 2021-22. Always remember that economic survey is given. Now what is economic survey? Economic survey is an survey which highlights what government has done in this financial year, right? And along with that, it will give suggestion for next year for implementation, right? Now it is not mandatory for government to accept all. Obviously not. Government can accept and also government can deny. Now, who makes this economic survey? It is being made by the Chief Economic Advisor, right? Department of Economic Affairs, Ministry of Finance, Government of India. So, and the budget that will be present tomorrow, that is 1st of February 2022, will be for upcoming financial year. That is, so this one in short we write FY22. So many of you who are not from the finance background, you get tend to confuse that what is financial year 22, what is financial year 21 and all. So this is the period. Financial year 22 means the period of 2021 to 22. But the budget that is going to come tomorrow will be financial year 23. So it will start from 2022 to 23, 31st of March 23. This would be the period for the budget. So now you understood both are different. So budget will be for financial year 23, but economic survey is for financial year 22. So I hope this is completely clear. Let's begin with the first question. What is the central theme of the economic survey 2021-22? Agile approach, high indicator approach, barbell approach, geospatial approach, none of the above. Now, what you have to do here is, so since most of you have gone through multiple channels today, multiple newspapers, even some of you had tried the PDF that has been uploaded in India Budget. If you are a serious candidate, obviously you have done any of this. So this lecture is to test your memory. So if you are watching it on the night of uh, 31st Jan or 1st of Feb, right? So this is to test your memory that whatever you have seen, are you able to recall, right? But if you are watching at the later end, that's absolutely fine because you might be knowing this. Let's see the answer with the solution. So the answer is agile approach. Okay. So look, the central theme of economic survey 21-22 is the agile approach. Another theme highlighted in this economic survey relates to the art and science of policy making under the condition of extreme uncertainty. So it's agile approach. Let's move to the next question. Question number 2. The preface of the economic survey 2021-22 takes a bird eye view of the great deal of evolution of the economic survey presented since the first survey, right? So when was the first survey came? 48, 49 means financial year 49, 50, 51, 52 or 54. Which one? Pause the video, try to figure the answer. Let's see. So the answer is financial year 50, 51. Okay. The survey was first published in the 50-51 and was initially part of budget document, right? The document was less than 50 pages in 1950 and contained a brief outline of economic development of the previous year. For example, the survey for which I have explained in the first slide in the facts, right? So let's now move forward with question number 3. As per first advance estimate, by what percentage Indian economy to grow in real terms in 2021? So look, when you read the survey, you will find many data that are related to few of the other surveys that came throughout the year. So if you have read them well, most of the things or data is already covered. Now what you have to cover from the economic survey is some analytical part and some policy prescription, means some suggestion that they give to government that would be more than enough for you to answer MCQ and descriptive, right? So I think you know this. Let's move forward and see the answer. It's 9.2. The advanced estimate suggests that Indian economy is expected to witness real GDP expansion of 9.2% in 21-22 after contracting in 2021. This implies that overall economic activity has recovered past pre-pandemic levels. Almost all indicators show that the economic impact of the second wave in Q1 was much smaller. So yes, so quarter one had seen the lockdown. Quarter two and the first wave have seen the lockdown. The second and the third wave eventually have not seen such harsh measure. With this, let's move to the question number 4. As per Economic Survey 21-22, by what percentage agriculture sector grow in 2021-22 in comparison to 3.6% in the previous year? Okay. You will have to pause the video and try to figure the answer. Let's move forward with the solution. X 3.9%. Agriculture and elite sector have been the least impacted by the pandemic, and the sector is expected to grow by 3.9% in 21-22 after growing 3.6% in the previous year. Advanced estimates suggest that the GVA of industry, including mining and construction, will rise by 11.8% in 21-22 after contracting by 7% in 21-20-21. So it's 3.9%. Let's move forward with question number 5. As per Economic Survey 21-22, by what percentage the service sector will grow in 2021-22 after a contraction of 8.4% last year? And why there was a contraction is because of the economic slowdown, because of pandemic. So let's see the answer. So the answer is 8.2. Okay. It's 8.2. This sector means, look at this. The service sector has been the hardest hit by the pandemic, especially segments that involve human contact. This sector is estimated to grow by 8.2% this financial year, following the last year's 8.4% contraction. Right? Let's move to question number 6. As per Economic Survey, the debt of the central government has gone up from 49.1% of the GDP in 1920 to dash of the GDP in 2020-21. Right? So obviously one of the option that is above 49.1%, and all the options are above. So you have to know this, else you cannot guess. Now it's 59.3%. Right? With the enhanced borrowing on account of COVID-19, the central government debt has gone up from 49.1% in 1920 to 59.3% of GDP in 2020-21, but is expected to follow a decline trajectory with the recovery of the economy. The government finances are also expected to witness consolidation during 21-22 after the upstick in debit, deficit and debt indicators during the pandemic 21-20. Right? With this, let's move to the next question, question number 7. As per Economic Survey 21-22, by the end of the November 21, India is dash largest Forex reserve holder in the world. Look, these are some of the sweetest questions that can be picked by any banking examination of IBPS, right? Any banking exam. So economic survey and budget is like a Bible for this examination. You are done means 10 to 15 marks question you can easily answer. So, and we can back by this 30 question, you can at least expect few or more than few questions from this series. So let's see the answer. The answer is fourth largest. So it is behind whom? It is behind China at number one, Japan at number two, Switzerland at number three. Right? So, and you see in December 31st, 2021, it's 633.6 billion US dollar was the forex reserve with the Reserve Bank of India. And you remember in one of the video and static part, we have explained that it is not just the cash. It is about cash. It is about US bond, right? US bond plus all the other central bank bonds. Then it is about SDR of IMF, special drawing right of IMF. So all this includes the forex reserve. It's not about like keeping a cash with RBI. It's just the forex reserve. Forex reserve include everything. Let's see question number 8. As per Economic Survey 21-22, during April-November 2021, rupees 89,066 crore was raised via how many IPO issues? Look, this is again, I would say, one of the very, this would be tough to answer if uh, if if you have not read it in the highlight, irrespective of web page and irrespective of YouTube channels, then you are missing an important part. So in one of the RBI question, it was asked a question like this, means some data related to Sensex. So this kind of questions can become sweet thing to pick up by the IBPS. So look at this number. This can also be asked, right? The amount. So pause the video, try to figure out the answer, and the answer is 75. The year 21-22 so far has been exceptional year for the capital market. There was a boom in fundraising through IPO by many new age companies, tech startup unicorns. In April to November 2021, 89,066 crore were raised via 75 IPO issues, much higher than any year in the last decade. In the last 10 years, this was the highest. And mostly all the IPOs that were listed saw a positive side in their market capitalization, except Paytm. Okay, Paytm, which has declined almost 30% on the day of listing. So again, this is also an important event because Paytm has become one of the largest uh, money taker from the capital market in the IPO. Initially, it was Coal India, and then from Coal India, the crown was taken by the Paytm. So Paytm took that crown of the India's biggest IPO, and it has eroded the wealth of the investor as well by at least 30% on the first day of the listing. Now it is trading below. Now, when I'm recording the video, it is trading somewhere around at below 50%. So somewhere around 900 to 1000 level it is uh, trading, and it was 20 I think 2150 was the listing price. So you should know this data. So this is something not in the economic survey, but you should know this data because Paytm has taken the crown of India's biggest IPO from Coal India, right? So let's move forward with question number 9. As per Economic Survey 2021-22, the average headline CPI combined moderated to dash percentage in 21-22 April to December from 6.6% in the corresponding period of the 2021. So look, many of you will feel that there are few questions that are completely data based. Obviously, economic survey and budget is about data. They are about schemes and prescription also. Prescription regarding the future prospect of the economy. Yes, but that is more related to your descriptive part. So initially, it was recommended like those are the things that has to be read by the people who are giving UPSC and not by the people who are uh, just preparing for RBI Grade B or SEBI. But now you too have the descriptive paper. So those kind of things become important for descriptive, for which we'll bring out the video. Do not worry about that. Now let's see the answer. On the domestic front, the headline CPI combined inflation is moderated to 5.2% in 21-22. Right? The consumer price index remained range bound as food price eased. So let's move with question number 10. As per Economic Survey 21-22, India has the largest forest area in the world. Okay, now pause the video and try to figure out the answer. It's so let's see the answer. The answer is 10th. India has the 10th largest forest area in the world. Okay, the forest covers 24% of the India's total geographical, accounting for 2% of the world total forest area in 2020. India's forest cover has increased by more than 3% during 2011 to 21. This is mainly attributed to increase in the very dense forest which grew 20% during the period. So again, this is one of the very important data from the survey. Let's move forward with question number 11. As per Economic Survey 21-22, which is the country's overall score on the Niti Aayog SDG Index XD India dashboard for 21-22. Okay, let's see the answer. So the answer is 66. India progressed further on achieving the Sustainable Development Goals. India overall score of the Niti Aayog SDG in India Index and Dashboard 2021 improved to 66 from 60 in 1920 and 57 in 1890. So it is increasing and it is improving. Right? Let's move forward with question number 12. As per the survey, the capital expenditure for Indian Railway has increased by how many times as compared to 2014 level? So look, this is one of the question, right, which have a different context. So you won't find direct answer in the economic survey. There is no direct answer. But let me tell you, so this is one of the very important question we have put to explain you how a question can be framed, because you have to develop that thinking. If you don't develop that thinking, how a question can be framed, you will not able to understand what to read and what to leave. Right? Information is a vast ocean. The more you take, the more it is available. But to pass the examination, to come out with a flying color, you will have to go through selective reading. You cannot read and retain all the information. You have to read limited and you have to retain the maximum out of that limited. So let's see the answer. And I'm pretty sure many of you can't answer this question. Let's see what's the answer. Look, I told you, you will not get this thing in the survey, but you will get this in the PIB, Press Information Bureau. So most of you, what you will do is you will read the survey, you will watch few YouTube videos from all different channels, right? Then you will read all the highlights, maybe highlights from from the UPSC material, Vision IAS and all, and obviously ours material as well. But what you will miss is this small point from the survey, a small point from the PIB, which says that a 5-time increase in comparison to 2014 level, right? So, uh, so while doing this for a long time, what I think, so this is my personal opinion, these lines are being deliberately put so that questions can be framed. because you won't find this thing in the survey. So I tried finding it. I did not get it. But if you are able to find, please let me know in the comment section so that I may come to know. But this is there in the PIB. So whosoever have written the the uh, the article in the PIB have calculated that it's approximately the 5 times. So this is one of the things that you should understand. I would not tell this is one of the important question, but yes, certainly we would tell you should understand the logic behind making a question. So you won't find directly in the survey. I could not find in any newspapers, right? Any highlights that was given in all the newspapers today, but I found it in the PIB. Another most important source for our examination. So if you only do PIB plus survey plus uh, survey plus budget, so you have actually covered 40 to 45% of the GA part, general awareness part. That is how it is. Let's see question number 13. As per Economic Survey 21-22, India has become a dash largest startup ecosystem in the world. Okay, again, very important question. India has become the third largest startup ecosystem in the world. So, do you think India is progressing based on this? Obviously, yes. Startup in India have grown remarkably over the last 6 years. The number of new recognized startup have increased to over 14,000 in 21-22 from only 733 in 16-17. As a result, India has become the third largest startup ecosystem in the world after the US and China. Right? So, there is a data which I have deliberately removed because you will find a question related to that, and I don't want to break that surprise. Let's see question number 14. As per the economic survey, how many Indian startups have achieved unicorn status in 2021, taking overall tally of unicorn to 83, right? So, in the coming section, what you will mention is what is unicorn. What do you mean by unicorn status? So it's my humble request, right? So let me write, it's my humble request, and please, please, please do mention it in the comment section. If you know, that's well. If you do not know, let your knowledge spread to someone else, right? So please do mention it in the comment section. So whosoever does this first, so we'll put the name in the next video with thanking that person. So let's move to the answer, that is 44. So this was the data that was hidden. Further, a record 44 Indian startups had achieved the unicorn status in 2021, taking the overall tally of unicorn India to 83. Most of this are in service sector. So look, so in India total there are 88 unicorns and 44 unicorn, okay, are done only in uh, in the last year, right? Uh, over the last 6 years. So let's move forward. Question number 15. As per survey, how many districts have become Har Ghar Jal district? Can you figure it out? So this one, I think this one is from the survey as well, and also you will find this data in other, like in our own material which we have given for the January 1st to 10, where all the ministries uh, year-end performance was given. You will find the same data there, and in survey it was just mentioned as a commentary. So let's move forward. Let's see the answer. The answer is 83. Now there are more to it. Government addressed. Okay. No. So the data is this much. We'll see the data on the another one of the slide. Right. Let's see question number 16. From which year to 2021, the Economic Survey of 21-22 had compared geospatial data of nighttime luminosity. Right. So this is one of the very interesting question. Like straight away see the answer. That's 2021. 12. Now, what do we understand by geospatial data of nighttime luminosity? Right? What do we understand by that? First, let's see India's nighttime luminosity is compared between 2012 and 21. This is from the survey. Right? Now, let us understand what is geospatial data of nighttime luminosity. Right? So, this is how the map of India looked during the night time from satellite. Sorry, in 2012. And this is how it looked in 2021. So what does it shows? Look at this point. Look at this point. So although you can go ahead and check all the points, but look at this point. Here it shows the level of electricity. Here it shows. Why I said electricity? Because lights, you know, it's obviously it glows by the help of electricity. So the level of electricity is being compared. Look at the area of New Delhi. Okay. Look at the area of Gujarat, Rajasthan, Maharashtra, Goa. You will find the difference, right? Look at this area. So I think this particular area is from Chhattisgarh or Madhya Pradesh and Orissa together. Look at this area, right? So yes, in this way, and look at this South India. Look here, look here. Okay. So see entire Northeast, how much it is, and now you compare it with this one, you will see multiple lines. So this is comparison of geospatial data, right? Even one of the fact I will tell, urbanization. The best way to check urbanization is the satellite image, right? Let's say there is a city this much. Now there are different house coming up in the outskirt of city, then it's expanding, and this is known as urbanization, right? Since you have urbanization in your ESI syllabus, that's why I thought of discussing, because it would become simple to explain it here. Let's move forward with question number 17. As per the comparative geospatial data from the Economic Survey 21-22, the number of operationalized airport has grown from 62 as of November 2016 to dash by December 2021. Right? Let's move forward and let's see the answer X 130. Look at it. So this is also data from the geospatial. So see 130. This has been marked from the a satellite imaging. Although this can also be done based on the locations, because government already know which are the functional airports. Still the technology is being used. Let's see question number 18. As per Economic Survey 21-22, which of the following city has the greatest number of startup between April 19 to December 21? Right? Hyderabad, New Delhi, Bengaluru, Pune, and Mumbai. Let's see the answer. The answer is New Delhi. Overall, in the recent year, Delhi has replaced Bangalore as the startup capital of India. Over 5,000 recognized startups were added in Delhi, while 4,514 startups were added in Bangalore between April 2019 to December 2021. With a total of 11,308 startups, Maharashtra has the highest number of recognized startups. So again, I would like to add one thing which I have read in one of the article. I think that article was from the Indian Express or the Financial Times. I don't remember exactly. So, this is just based on that article. I'm not talking anything about economic survey. So what happened is that Delhi has most number of the chartered accountant firms who does secretarial service. Secretarial service for private limited company. So what they do is, since let's say you want to start a company from Tamil Nadu, okay. So when you want to start a company, obviously you have to register yourself with Ministry of Corporate Affairs. You will have to find some CA. you will do it online, and there are many online websites and many online CAs who are sitting in New Delhi because of the proximity to MCA, right? So they are uh, operational from Noida, Greater Noida, or New Delhi. So what they will do, they will update, address of New Delhi. Now there is a concept of virtual address. So they will use this proxy or virtual address and they will register your company. But you will be working from Tamil Nadu, maybe in your home, but all your private limited company or LLP, whatever you form, all your secretarial job will be done by those website or those CAs, right? So this is one of the concern that was shared. So which I certainly remember it now, and I thought of sharing it with you since New Delhi has come up as the highest number of startup, right? So let's move forward. So obviously, this is again a disclaimer. This is not from the survey. This is from an article. What I told. If you have to, if you want to understand it, do let me know. I'll make a very short video on the YouTube what this thing is. If I could find that article, fine. If I'm not able to find that article, still, I can go ahead and explain how things work. Just let me know in the comment section. Let's move to question number 19. As per Economic Survey 21-22, the decline in GNPA from dash at the end of 17-18 to 6.9% at the September 2021. So see, uh, this question, while we were doing this question, initially we thought to ask you this. But at times, what happens is when there are two data, instead of asking the current data, previous data can also be asked. So again, here we are not telling you that this is one of the important questions. But what we are trying to explain and what we are, trying to make you understand how to read and how to retain, right? So when you read this, please try to retain this data as well, because we know that 6.9 you will remember, right? Decline in GNP is very big concern, very big topic in India, and you will certainly remember 6.9 because it is given in economic survey. But what you will tend to forget is the previous comparative data, right? And you never know, IBPS people can ask you this as well, right? So that's why, that there are different ways of asking questions. So explaining that to you is more holistic learning, and that's what crack grade B is doing. So what is the answer? The answer is 11 point, right? So let's move to next question number 20. As per economic survey 21-22, identify the correct statement regarding barbell strategy. The combining boutique bouquet of safety nets to cushion the impact of vulnerable section of the society and the business sector. It next pushed through a significant increase in capital expenditure on infrastructure. The flexible and multi-layered approach is partly based on an agile framework that used feedback loop and the monitoring of real-time data. All of the above are correct, none of the above. You will have to identify the correct statement regarding barbell strategy that has been, discussed first time in the last economic survey and applied here, right? Let's move forward and let's see the answer. The answer is all of the above statements are correct, means A, B, C is correct, right? So you can go ahead and read the same thing from the survey as well. So when you come across this kind of, terms which you usually do not hear anywhere in the finance, in the ESI, in the current affairs, please do try to read about it when it has been discussed in survey or in the budget. Maybe tomorrow also you will find some of the few new terms in the budget. So let's move to question number 21. As per economic survey 21-22, the decline in retail inflation was led by easing of dash inflation, which averaged at a low of 20.9% in 21-22. Okay, fuel, food, aggregates, rural, or none of the above. Let's see the answer. Answer is food. The survey pointed out that due to beginning food inflation in the most year, the headline inflation remained in check. right? So again, yes, this data, this one you will find it in the survey as well, but in the survey it is not written directly. There is an indirect to it. So if you are watching this lecture closely, you know, so there is a question related to this in the beginning of this lecture. You try to figure it out which was that, and this line was also there in that particular solution. So maybe from question number 1 to 10, there was a question. Okay. So in the newspaper, directly it was given because it was a comment made in the parliament. Let's move forward with question number 22. When did Sensex touch the peak at 61,766 points? So again, this can be one of the sweetest question for the IBPS question makers because this is directly in the survey. And if I remember it correctly, there was a question related to Sensex in the RBI Grade B examination after demonetization, right? Like what was the Sensex point, or how many points did it fall after the demonetization or something like that? And UPSC also, there were a few questions, right? So, and this one you will find directly written in the survey, so you cannot afford to miss. The answer is it's 18th October 2021. The Sensex and Nifty scaled to touch its peak at 61,766 and 18,477 as on October 18, 2021. Let's move forward with question number 23. As per Economic Survey 21-22, the forest covered 24% of the India's total geographical area, accounting for dash of the world total forest area. Okay. So the answer is 2%. The answer is 2%. India has 10th largest forest area in the world. In 2020, India ranked third globally in the increasing in the forest area during the 2010 to 20. So two things are important. One, two, right? So let's move forward with the next question, question 24. As per the survey, the compliance status of grossly polluting industries (GPIs) located in Ganga main stem and its tributary improved from 39% in 2017 to dash on 2020. Answer is 81%. 81%. Right? So let's move forward and let's see question number 25. As per the survey, the livestock sector has grown at CAGR of dash over the last 5 years ending 2019-20. At, okay, so you have already seen the answer. It's 8.15%, right? 8.15%. Let's move to the next question, that is question number 26. As per the survey, road construction per day increased from 28 kilometers per day in 1920 to how much in 2020-21? So, the Minister for the Road Transport and Highway has used the lockdown, and even the Ministry of Railways has used the lockdown extensively to upgrade their system. Railway got this opportunity to upgrade because there were no trains traffic for a very long time during the first lockdown, right? Many days the railway did not run. There were no local trains, there were no um, express train and superfast trains as well. So only oxygen express, some essential and goods trains were running. So railway also used that opportunity, and National Highway Authority of India has also used it, right? So it's 36.5%, 5 kilometers, sorry. Let's see the uh, solution. The solution is 36.5 kilometer. Okay, the question had the solution. Let's see question number 27. As per the survey, which of the following sector received country's 54% of the total FDI during the first half of 21-22? Manufacturing, service, cement and coal, electricity or power generation? Correct answer is service. It's the service sector, right? 54% of the total FDI inflows into India. Let's see next question, that is question 28. Economic Survey 21-22 has shifted from two volume format of recent years to single volume, whereas government has released a separate volume for either appendix, index, geospatial data, statistical table, or none of the above. The correct answer is statistical data, right? You can read this. This is very, very important. Now, let's move forward. Let's see question number 29. Who is the author of the preface on Economic Survey 21-22? This one also, I found it very useful. The reason being, let us see the solution first. Then the solution is Sanjeev Sanyal. Okay, pardon for my using different version of Sanjeev. It's Sanjeev Sanjeev, right? So he is Principal Economic Advisor, Ministry of Finance, Government of India. Since Dr. K.V. Subramaniam, Krishnamurthy Subramaniam has left as a Chief Economic Advisor last month to join the academics, and India has just appointed Dr. V. Anand Nageshwaran as the Chief Economic Advisor. So while the survey was prepared and while the survey was delivered, India did not have its Chief Economic Advisor. That's why Principal Economic Advisor is the author for the preface, right? This is again one of the catch in the survey. Let's see question number 30. As per the economic survey 21-22, RBI maintained repo at dash percent in 2021-22. 4, 4.5, 3.7, 4.25 or 3.5. The correct answer is 4.5, right? Okay. So there is a small, error in marking the answer. So it's 4%, not 4.5%, right? It's the 4%. Policy repo rate, keeping it unchanged at 4%. With this, we have come to the end of this lecture. We wish you very good luck from Team Grade B. Happy and thank you learning.